Hello everyone, welcome to AdiTrade. We're going to be seeing the complete multi-time frame analysis in this video in both Nifty and Banknifty. There is a possibility Nifty can break out of this trend line and give us a good rally on the upside before the budget. Hello everyone, this is the daily chart of Banknifty that I've opened, and on the daily chart we can see a nice hammer, almost 3 days of kind of a hammer that's being formed. So it's pretty clear that we have rejected this zone of 41,700, almost 41,800 is where this entire zone is a good rejection and a good support now. The market can be in a downtrend only if this level breaks. See, we have support 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. The market could not break this level. Even on Friday, though we got a nice up move, we made this wick an attempt to break 41,900 but could not. So maybe we are looking at some up move. We will see how we can trade that in our lower time frame. And in Bank Nifty, we can have this trend line on the daily chart. In case we come up, here is a place where we can take some resistance, that is around 43,000. Now I'm just shifting to our 15-minute chart to just see the intraday levels and how we can trade tomorrow. And if we just check the global markets on Friday, the US markets closed strong, so this is probably going to give us a gap up. On Monday we'll have a check on the SGX Nifty as well. The last I saw, SGX Nifty was about 90 points higher. See, as of now, the SGX Nifty is showing only about 20 points higher. But all throughout on Friday, I was seeing it as 100 points plus. So this will be a gap up for sure. So let's see how we can trade a gap up and what are the possibilities. See, this is the 15-minute chart, right? And if you see another chart pattern over here, we have made a nice, beautiful double bottom from the Thursday's low and this Friday, right? Yeah, sorry. This is from Wednesday and Thursday. If you see these 2 points, we have made a nice kind of a double bottom formation. This was like a double bottom formation with a bullish divergence, right? So in case we go higher, the first level of resistance is this 42,666. My bias for Monday is on the upside, that is 42,000. The first target would be 42,660, and if that breaks, we have a small intraday target over here. I'm going to make this line a little smaller, that is around 42,800. Then this strong resistance of 43,130. Now how the market usually moves, right? If I can plot this, see, we had this, then we had some correction over here, we had this impulsive move. So on Monday morning we could get some like a small correction move, like formation of some kind of a flag or some triangle pattern, and then go up. Or now what is that correction I would want to see? Something like this. On Friday we had this beautiful triangle breakout, so we could form something like that and then get a breakout on the upside. That is what I'm looking at, with the targets as 42,600. And we'll just check even the CPR levels. See, we have the previous day high at 42,400, 460. R1 is at 42,587. See, the trade that I would look for is something like this. Like, say in case we get a flat opening from what SGX Nifty is showing as of now. I'm not sure if this number is correct, but from what SGX Nifty is showing, if you get a flat, see if this level holds, right? If this level holds, maybe we could just get some consolidation here, take support of the CPR and go up. And the CPR is slightly wider for Monday. There is a good possibility the entire day also can be sideways. Now what is that sideways? How is, if I just put on the historical CPR, I can just show you an example of how a wide CPR will be. It's not necessary that if wide CPR we have to be sideways, but yeah, most of the times the market does remain sideways. I'm not sure why this trading view is a bit slow today. See, something like this, where you had a wide CPR and entire day we remained in the CPR range. So stuff like that, if there is a possibility we can, but if this momentum has to continue, there'll be always a plot like this shown, right? 1, 2, 3, probably one sideways move, and one short up move is what I'm expecting on the upside. Now, where we can be careful in case if the market reverses is the reversal points are this 42,600. We could see some selling pressure. If that crosses, then definitely 42,800 and 43,132. See, if we are having, see, my personal view for tomorrow is bias, is bullish, right? The bias is on the bullish side. So where I would prefer to enter is somewhere close to the CPR in case we kind of get a small, what do we say, kind of a consolidation and test the CPR, probably enter CPR, keeping the CPR level as the lower for the day and stop loss at this 42,230. Probably I'll attempt to go long. In case we get a small gap up, the best trade would be, now say we gap up somewhere over here, 42,500, 600. Wait for some sort of a pullback towards this previous day high. It will come. Most of the times it does come. And then if we get a nice bullish price action, we can go long. See, always when we gap up, right, there is a possibility we'll come to test this previous day high and go higher. So that is one place I would want to wait for an entry. So this is with Banknifty. Now let's look at Nifty. We'll also check on Nifty daily chart. See, even on this is the Nifty daily chart. Even in Nifty, we had this nice hammer, kind of this nice double bottom. So the bias is we could bounce from here, but one thing to keep in mind in Nifty is we are still making a, see, this trend line needs to be broken on the upside. This trend line is still not broken, and if I just shift to an hourly chart, we are still making a lower high. We have not made a higher high to completely change a stance to a bullish zone. See how the market came down, right? Based on Dow theory, we made a low, high, new low, new high. So here also we have made a new low actually in terms, if you see the exact point. See this low is lower than the previous low. We have made a new low, though it is pretty small. But whatever is there in the charts, we have to consider, right? We should not be assuming anything. So this trend line is still valid. There's a good chance we can take resistance here and come down. And this level is very important. If we break down from this level of 17,787, we could go further down. We could go down a lot. Why? I'll even show you on a daily chart. There is one nice chart pattern that is being formed, but for that, see, now this is the daily chart and we have a support and a neckline over here, right, at about 17,785. Now what is this chart pattern is? It's like a cup and handle, inverted cup and handle. This is like the cup, this is like the handle. Now the targets for this cup and handle, if this breaks, we can, and this is coming on a daily time frame from a pretty all-time high level. If this level plays out, right, if this breaks whatever this blue line that I've drawn, we could see a fall until here based on the cup and handle target. Obviously these are not just intraday targets. It might take 1 or 2 months also to come here, and 50% of this would be somewhere around here, 17,100 or 17,200. Probably even kind of fill this gap at 17,300. There is some gap over here, but for this scenario to take place, we will have to break this low of 17,700. So not sure if it's going to happen before the budget or after the budget, or it might not happen at all. This might just be a cup formation, inverted cup and handle, and We might even bounce on the upper side, but if we break this, there is some significant good downside. So that is with Nifty. Now if we just look at the intraday levels in Nifty, this black trend line is what we'll have to keep a watch on. And if we just go to the hourly chart, see this black trend line, we have taken resistance on this black trend line many times, right? So not necessarily this time we have to break just because we got this green candle. We have got many up moves over here. We got this up move thinking market will go up, it didn't. We got this thinking maybe it will break out now. So now we have got this move. We have to see whether this black trend line breaks or are we going to reverse from here again back. Now the possible targets if we go higher, right, is this, that is 18,129 and 18,247. So this can be a good intraday targets on the upside after getting a gap up. This is with the Nifty and Bank Nifty levels. See, on both Nifty and Bank Nifty, the bias is on the upside, but we will be little careful. Now, in simple, I'll just put it in a 1 hour chart. See, our bullish is biased, no doubt about it, but we will be careful if this low is compromised either tomorrow or any time in this week, right? We could be going for a bigger downside in Bank Nifty because multiple times this has shown it is a strong support. The moment this level breaks, a lot of people stop loss would hit and they would exit, some big term and big time and long term traders. So we could see and fall easily until 40,800, right? So that is with Bank Nifty levels. We'll just also check the monthly and the weekly CPR levels and how it is being played out, and what are the levels we can take from the monthly and the weekly CPR in Bank Nifty. We're going to check that in a minute. Let this CPR load. Obviously, when you add everything, it's going to be a little messy, and if anybody wants the CPR indicator, they can just go search in the indicator CPR monthly, weekly. There's so many, you won't find this exact same one, but there are many CPRs that we can use. Now first we'll just see the weekly CPR, what happened on the weekly CPR. See, even the CPR logic on the weekly time frame on an hourly chart applied beautifully. We didn't break out from the CPR level. This is the weekly CPR, like the entire week from Jan 9th to Jan 13th, and you see the levels are R1, R2 on the upside and S1. This black line is previous week low and this is previous week high. See, last week what happened, we didn't break out from the CPR. We could not break out. We came down, took support at the previous week low and finally reversed back to the CPR, right? Even this weekly, obviously we cannot take an intraday call based on this weekly CPR, but an overall perspective of the levels worked beautifully. Now what happened the previous week, in the Jan first week, we could not break out of the previous week high, that is this high of 43,500. We reversed until the S1 of CPR, that is around 41,800, right? So we'll have to track tomorrow. The weekly CPR also will open. We'll have to see how that opens, and our bullish or bearish bias would also depend on that. Now we'll just see the monthly CPR so far in January, what has happened. See what happened in this. Need to remove this and add this. So now in this monthly CPR, what happened is we had a narrow CPR indicating pretty trendy month, but we went above the CPR. We have broken the CPR. We came down. We came very close to the monthly CPR, right? The monthly CPR is at about 41,650, but we made a low of 41,729, right? So now we have got a bounce from this monthly CPR. What I'm looking at is a possible retest of this 42,900, the CPR, monthly CPR. Then from here we will have to take a call whether we're going to reverse back or we're going to break this and go to 44,000, the monthly R1 and previous month high, about 41,100 or so. So that we'll have to wait and see. But as of now, I'm expecting a pullback until 41,800 to retest this monthly CPR. So let's see if that happens or not. And that's it with Nifty and Bank Nifty, and hope we can make some money tomorrow. Thank you.